Yesterday, I woke up, I checked Twitter, and I saw that Black Lives Matter kidnapping was trending. So why don't we talk about what actually happened in this case? In Chicago, 18-year-old Brittany Herring, along with 3 co-conspirators, kidnapped and proceeded to torture an 18-year-old victim with disabilities who they knew from high school. This attack was streamed on Facebook Live. Herring and her 3 co-conspirators have since been arrested. The perpetrators of this crime have no connection to Black Lives Matter. They did not mention Black Lives Matter while committing the crime. They have not volunteered with Black Lives Matter. Some people, however, are claiming that this attack is connected to the Black Lives Matter organization, despite there being no evidence to justify this claim. The confusion regarding the name seems to come from 2 main misconceptions. The first misconception being that all black people are automatically representatives of their entire race and of Black Lives Matter, an organization dedicated to ending senseless black death, working for the validity of black life, and for a world without the systematic targeting of marginalized and intersectional communities. Second misconception is that the victim of this crime was being attacked because he was white, and although it was believed that race would play a factor in it, evidence indicates that this young man was chosen specifically because of his disabilities. Calling this a Black Lives Matter kidnapping is a giant misnomer that disregards the complete lack of connections to the Black Lives Matter organization and minimizes the fact that this was a hate crime against someone with a disability who was targeted because of their disabilities. Referring to this crime with this inaccurate and sensational title only serves to change the narrative into one that harms people of color and people with disabilities, not to mention people of color with disabilities. If you are looking to support the victim of this crime and stopping similar acts of injustice, I would recommend learning about ableism and ableist abuse. People with disabilities are routinely victims of bullying, exploitation, misunderstanding, and unfortunately violence. Along with being more likely to be victims of abuse, this abuse is usually more frequent, takes place over longer periods of time, and victims are more likely to remain in these abusive situations. In light of this situation, I would also suggest donating to the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence, the American Association of People with Disabilities, or Black Lives Matter. Hey, if you want to see more stuff like this, or just more of me in general, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, support me on Patreon, or just continue to be your awesome self. But you should definitely subscribe if you want to see more of either of these things.